Growing up, did you feel that you were left out of representation in mainstream media?
Yeah. I always saw like in like songs where I was like, oh, that girl with the blue eyes, and I went on this website that was like Make-A-Wish. I was like, I want blue eyes like every night, and I like hated it.
March. I've been dating for over a year now, and I think it's about time you met my beautiful girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
What about us taking an adventure east? Singapore, Colin's wedding. Do you want to meet my family?
I hardly know anything about her. Every time I bring them up, they change the subject. Maybe his parents are poor and he has to send them money.
Take a bags and get you checked into first class.
Nick, we can't afford this. So your family is rich?
Quite comfortable.
That is exactly what a super rich person would say.
Classic drama.
It's like really cool that they're showing them as wealthy and successful because it kind of like dispels the stereotype that Asians are really cheap. And I think that's really cool to watch how like Rachel kind of deals with that because she has that mentality of like that Asian people in America have of like saving up and stuff.
I chose to raise a family. For me, it was a privilege. But for you, you may think it's old-fashioned.
Don't you want Nick to be happy?
I know you're not what Nick needs.
She's like trying to play a game of chicken with me, thinking I'm gonna swerve like a chicken.
But you can't swerve. You gonna roll up and be like,
Bok bok, bitch.
Nick's mom is like really representative of a lot of Asian women of before our time, so I think that's a really big thing for our generation's women is to kind of figure out how to keep our heritage going, but also like understand that our ancestors had to make different sacrifices and that we're not the same and we don't have the same values.
I know this much. You will never be enough. Never be enough.
Oh boy.
Yo, it's about
Halfway through the trailer and the conflict.
You, not me. God. She can't know I was over here.
We stand LGBTQ Asians.
And it's also amazing that they're showing like Asian people, especially Asian men, as like capable of romance and being romantic leads, because that's a huge thing that Hollywood struggles with. And they have all these amazing male actors in this movie that are being portrayed as like really desirable and romantic.
Have you seen this movie yet?
Yes, it's so good.
Movie, correct?
Yes.
Not yet, but I've seen a couple of trailers and again, it gives me the feeling that if it wasn't Asians, if it wasn't just this idea of Asians in the right time right now, then it wouldn't be such a big hit. Like if this was filmed in say 2012 or something, when there wasn't such a big kind of push for more diversity, it wouldn't be so well accepted. I think it's like one of those movies that is critically acclaimed because it's in the right place, not necessarily because of its merit.
Originally, I didn't think it was actually going to be a good movie. I just went to see it just because I will support it. But then I saw it and was like actually very good.
And right before seeing the movie, I'd heard of kind of a lot of controversy surrounding Crazy Rich Asians in terms of how it kind of perpetuates like the Chinese elite class within Singapore, especially because like it still kind of subjugates like brown Asians in the movie itself. But I think that you have to take the wins where you can get them, and this is still a huge win. And like even though I am like not Chinese American or like Eastern Asian, I still felt that I could relate to it a lot. Especially that kind of thing that Rachel has of like trying to prove herself as American, but also trying to prove herself to Nick's family that she is Chinese and she's Asian enough and that she can kind of uphold those values. So I feel like after seeing the movie, I really did change my mind. Like even though there is still a long way to go and we all have like biases and issues that we need to confront, I think that it was such an emotional experience. Like a lot of people were crying